My child, my last message for you: if you don't want to hear the words I have specially chosen for you to guide you in your journey ahead, you may skip this video. But if you love me, my child, I want you to stay for at least the next 7 minutes. For these next 7 minutes, I am going to bless you in 7 ways. Yes, my child. Just talk to me and you will yourself feel that the problems, the pain, the storm that was seemingly bigger in your eyes is now no longer important. I have been with you through everything, even in the moments when you thought I had forgotten you. There has not been a single second of your life when my eyes were not on you. I saw you when you cried and no one noticed. I saw you when you smiled to hide the pain. I know the depth of what you've carried. You have gone through things that others may never understand. And still, you kept walking. That, my child, was not because you were stronger than others. It is because I gave you strength even when you didn't recognize it was me. You thought it was your willpower. You thought it was coincidence. You even believed at times that you made it through alone. But the truth is, I was the one carrying you when you didn't have the strength to take another step. I was the one softening the blow, protecting you from dangers you didn't even see coming. Even in your darkest hour, I was there. Now, listen to me carefully. I want you to stop believing that you are stuck. You are not stuck. You are in a process. Life was never supposed to be perfect. And I never promised you it would be easy. But I did promise I would never leave you. And I haven't. I have been working behind the scenes, rearranging situations, preparing people, opening and closing doors in ways that will ultimately bless you. You think you've been delayed. You think you've missed your window. But nothing you have done, nothing others have done to you, no mistake, no failure, no betrayal has the power to cancel what I have planned for you. I am the one who writes your story. And I am not finished with you. Not now, not ever. Let go of the timelines you created in your mind. Let go of the pressure to perform, to achieve, to prove your worth to anyone. You don't need to impress me. You don't need to earn my love. I chose you before the foundation of the world. Before you ever achieved anything, before you ever failed at anything, I had already called you mine. The love I have for you is not based on how well you behave or how consistent you've been in your faith. I love you because you are my creation. I love you because you are my child. Nothing you do will ever change that. And right now, in this moment, I want you to receive that love without condition. Stop resisting it. Stop punishing yourself for things I have already forgiven. I do not hold your past against you. I am not here to condemn you. I am here to restore you. You've been carrying weight that I never asked you to carry. Guilt, shame, fear, anxiety, these were never meant to be part of your identity. You've worn them like armor, thinking they protect you, thinking they make you stronger. But in truth, they've only made it harder for you to feel my presence. Lay them down. You can't fix everything, and you were never supposed to. You weren't created to carry burdens alone. You were created to walk with me. And I have been waiting patiently for you to come to me, not with your perfection, but with your reality. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your anger. Bring me your disappointment. I can handle all of it. I am not afraid of your pain. I am not offended by your questions. I am not distant from your struggle. I am closer than you think. And I am more involved than you know. I want you to understand something important. You are not defined by your past. The things you regret, the choices you wish you could undo, the opportunities you think you missed, none of those things define you in my eyes. I see you fully. And I still call you chosen. I still call you worthy. I still call you redeemed. You are not the same person you were back then. And even if others cannot see your growth, I see it. Even if others try to remind you of who you used to be, I already buried that version of you. I see who you are becoming. And I love every step you are taking toward the future I have for you. Stop comparing your life to those around you. You don't know what they're carrying. And you don't need to match their timeline. I didn't design your journey to look like anyone else's. I am doing something in your life that is unique. Something that won't always be understood by others. That's okay. You don't need everyone to understand your calling. You only need to trust that I do. And I do. I see what's ahead. I see where this road is leading. There is more for you. More peace, more purpose, more fulfillment. But it starts with trust. Trust me when it doesn't make sense. Trust me when it takes longer than expected. Trust me when the answer is not yet. Trust me when it's hard to wait. I'm not withholding good things from you. I'm preparing you to receive them. You've prayed for change, but sometimes I don't change your situation because I'm using your situation to change you. You've asked me to open doors, and I will. But first, I want to make sure that when I do, you're strong enough to walk through them and wise enough to know how to handle what's on the other side. Do not despise this season of preparation. Do not think it's wasted. The waiting season is not punishment, it's protection. You're not missing out. You're being built up. I know what you need better than you do. And I know when the time is right. You can trust my timing. I see the full picture, not just today. I don't operate on deadlines. I operate on destiny. And I'm telling you right now, there is still more for you. No matter how old you are, no matter how long it's been, no matter how many times you've failed or fallen short, there is still more. You are not too late. You have not gone too far. I can redeem what you thought was lost. I can breathe life into what you thought was dead. I can turn your ashes into beauty. I can bring purpose out of your pain. What the enemy meant for harm, I am already using for your good. You will look back and realize that what broke you actually became the foundation for your strength. You will see that what was meant to destroy you, I used to elevate you. You will not be stuck in this chapter forever. So, my child, I am inviting you to trust me again. Not with religious words, not with hollow promises, but with your whole heart. Surrender to me, not just when things go wrong, but every single day. Wake up and choose to lean on me. Talk to me. Walk with me. Let me be the first voice you seek and the last one you listen to. I am not only your God. I am your Father. I am not only your provider. I am your friend. I want to walk with you in the mundane, not just the miraculous. I care about the little things, not just the big moments. You were created for communion with me. You were designed to abide in me, not visit occasionally. Let me into every room of your heart, not just the clean parts, not just the parts you're proud of. Let me into the messy places. Let me into the fears you never voice. Let me touch the wounds that are still healing. Let me show you that my love doesn't withdraw in your weakness. It meets you there. You don't have to hide. You don't have to strive. Just come as you are. I already know you, and I still want you. Your best days are not behind you. Your purpose is not expired. Your calling is not cancelled. The promises I've made over your life are still active. I am still working. I am still speaking. I am still leading. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are not invisible. I see you. I hear you. I am with you, my child. Now that you have sat with me, listened to my words, and opened your heart to what I want to give you, I want to take you deeper, not just into my promises, but into the power I have already placed within you. I want to show you the incredible strength that lies within your mind and how your thoughts, yes, the very thoughts you entertain day after day, carry more weight in shaping your life than you may have ever realized. You were made in my image. That means you were created with the ability to reason, imagine, believe, and shape reality with your thoughts, words, and choices. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not powerless in your waiting, in your pain, or even in your confusion. You have the power to think in alignment with my truth. And when you do, everything changes. Too often, my children allow negative thinking to become their default, not realizing that it subtly but powerfully reshapes how they see themselves, others, and even me. Worry, fear, bitterness, resentment, shame, and despair, they creep in quietly, dressing themselves as realism, responsibility, or logic. But those thoughts do not come from me. I never planted them in you. My words to you have always been words of life, not death. Words of possibility, not limitation. I have never spoken hopelessness over your future. So, when hopelessness speaks, know that it is not my voice. When you agree with thoughts that tear you down, when you repeat words in your mind that discourage and diminish you, you are building walls that keep out the very blessings you are praying for. You must understand this. Your thoughts matter. They are seeds. Every thought you let take root in your mind has the potential to grow, to influence how you speak, how you behave, how you see your life. What you believe about yourself determines how you live. This is why I have told you to renew your mind daily. Not just occasionally, not just when things get overwhelming, but every day. Because every day, the world will offer you lies. Every day, your past will try to whisper limitations into your present. Every day, the enemy will try to distort your vision with fear, doubt, or pride. But I have given you a weapon, my word. And it is not just for reading or memorizing. It is for replacing every lie with truth, every doubt with confidence, every fear with peace. Do you remember what I said? Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means real change, lasting change, begins not with your surroundings but with your thinking. If your thoughts are sick, your soul becomes weary. If your thoughts are full of darkness, your vision will be clouded. But if your thoughts are full of my word, if you let truth reign in your mind, you will find clarity, courage, and peace even in the most difficult circumstances. You see, your mind is a battlefield. And whoever controls your thoughts controls your direction. So today, I am asking you to surrender not just your actions to me, but your thoughts too, because that's where your life truly begins, inside your mind, hidden from the world, yet seen fully by me. You may think to yourself, how do I think positive when so much in my life has gone wrong? And I understand that. I see your story. I see the setbacks, the betrayals, the heartbreaks, the silent disappointments you never even put into words. I don't dismiss your pain. I don't overlook your losses, but I want you to know that positive thinking is not about pretending everything is fine. It's not about ignoring the brokenness or forcing a smile through the tears. Positive thinking, the kind I teach, is grounded in reality, my reality. It's built on the assurance that I am still in control, that I can bring beauty from ashes, that nothing is wasted in my hands, that even when you cannot see the way forward, I am still leading you. To think positively in a broken world is to trust that I am bigger than what is broken. It is to focus not on what you lack, but on what I am able to provide. It is to believe, even if only with a mustard seed of faith, that something good is still ahead. I do not ask you to deny the darkness. I simply ask that you remember that I am the light. When you choose to believe the best even after disappointment, you are aligning yourself with my nature. When you choose to speak life instead of complaint, you are creating space for me to work miracles. When you refuse to dwell on failure and instead confess my promises, you are not being naive. You are being obedient. I have told you clearly, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, think about such things. That was not just good advice. That was a command meant to guard your mind from destruction. Because what you think on consistently, you become. And what you rehearse in your mind, you eventually manifest in your life. If you constantly entertain fear, you will begin to live as if danger is always near. If you constantly dwell on past pain, you will begin to sabotage the present. But if you fill your thoughts with my faithfulness, my power, my provision, my grace, you will begin to see everything through the lens of possibility. Even the impossible will begin to feel possible because you are thinking with my mind, not the limited mind of flesh. That is why I have preserved my word for you. My word is not a book of rules. It is a source of renewal. It is medicine for your thoughts. It is fuel for your spirit. When you read it and speak it, you are not performing a ritual. You are realigning your entire life with truth. You are letting go of lies that have lived too long in your heart. You are building resilience. You are feeding your faith and starving your fear. Do not wait until you are in crisis to open my word. Let it be your daily bread. Let it be the first thing that fills your mind. Not the news, not your phone, not the criticism of others. Let it be your anchor, especially when the world seems unstable. There are people around you who speak only what they see. They declare things based on statistics, on trends, on temporary facts. But I have called you to live differently. I have called you to walk by faith, not by sight. Faith begins in your thoughts. You cannot live by faith and think by fear. You cannot declare breakthrough and dwell on failure. You cannot expect joy and meditate on loss. There must be alignment between your thoughts and your prayers. Some of my children pray with their mouths but cancel their prayers with their thinking. They ask me for peace but constantly think about worst-case scenarios. They ask me for healing but dwell on despair. I want you to know that I hear every prayer, but I also see the mind behind the words, and I want to help you bring that mind into agreement with what you are asking for. You are stronger than you think. Not because of your will, but because my spirit lives in you. And when you begin to think the way I think, you will begin to live the way I've always intended. You will walk with confidence, not insecurity. You will speak with purpose, not apology. You will rest in the unknown, not be tormented by it. You will stop seeing yourself as a burden and start realizing that you are a blessing. That's the power of renewing your mind. It doesn't just change your emotions. It transforms your entire identity. You are not who the world says you are. You are not who your trauma says you are. You are who I say you are. And I have called you loved, chosen, free, equipped, anointed, worthy. So, my child, be intentional about what you let live in your mind. Not every thought deserves a place in your heart. Not every fear deserves your attention. When thoughts rise up that are full of shame, declare my grace. When anxiety floods your chest, speak my peace. When insecurity whispers, answer it with my promises. You don't have to be a victim of your thinking. You can lead your thoughts. You can take them captive. You can replace them with truth. You can rewire your mind, not in your own strength, but through the renewing power of my spirit. This will not always be easy, and it may not happen overnight, but with consistency, your mental landscape will change. With my word as your foundation, positivity will no longer feel forced. It will become natural. There is power in words and even more in the ones you speak to yourself. So, speak with intention. Stop calling yourself names I never gave you. Stop labeling your future with failure. Begin to speak life over your day before it begins. Begin to thank me for what I'm doing, even when you don't see it yet. Begin to declare that my grace is enough, that my joy is your strength, that your past has no power over your future. This is not delusion. This is faith. This is how my children walk in power even in hardship. This is how they keep going when others give up. They have learned to think my thoughts. They have learned to take hold of truth and not let go. And when you do this, your life will begin to reflect it. Your relationships will change. Your energy will shift. Your capacity will grow. Because when your mind is strong, your spirit becomes unshakable. I'm not saying challenges will disappear, but your response to them will transform. You won't panic every time something goes wrong. You won't spiral every time someone disappoints you. You won't freeze every time the future feels uncertain because your mind will be anchored in me. And when your mind is anchored in me, no storm can pull you under. Do not underestimate how far I can take you once your thinking is aligned with truth. Many people stop short of their breakthrough because they think themselves out of it. They disqualify themselves in their minds before the door ever opens. But I'm raising you up to be different. I'm teaching you to see possibilities even when you've never seen them before. I'm teaching you to think like a child of the King, not like a slave to your past. I'm teaching you to live in expectation, not fear. That's what positive thinking truly is. Not blind optimism, but grounded faith. Hope that refuses to die. Perspective that sees my hand in everything. So today, choose life with your thoughts. Speak truth over your situation. Declare my word when fear rises. And remember, every single promise I've made still stands. My word is not just for reading. It's for living. And if you allow it, it will guard your heart, renew your mind, and empower your life in ways you never imagined. You are not alone in this. I am with you in every thought, in every choice, in every step forward. Lean on me. Talk to me. Let me guide not just your steps but your thinking too. And you will see what I can do. Not just around you, but within you. I love you. And I'm not just calling you to survive. I'm calling you to thrive, to grow, to rise. But it starts with the mind. Let me transform it, and I will transform everything else. Thanks for watching God's Message. Subscribe for daily divine helps. Click on the bell icon. Don't miss out daily God's Message.